Hey you guys, it's your girl Glitter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back as promised to discuss self-love. So if you guys haven't seen my old video, basically I'm doing a practice called Sologomy, which is where you commit to marrying yourself. And I will be having a ceremony sometime next year. I have not given up on my journey, you guys. So I just kind of want to enlighten, people who are not aware on the practice, just a couple guidelines on self-love, how you can get started on your journey, and just things to motivate you along your journey. So step one is realizing your worth. A lot of women, we do not realize our worth. We don't realize what we bring to the table. No matter what flaws we have, we don't realize that there's always something positive that we bring to a situation. Whether it's being the lesson for someone, whether it's being a teacher for someone, whether it's being someone's comfort, we always have something that we bring to the table. We always have good things about us. There are some people in the world that are very firm, very sturdy. They know their worth. They won't budge for anyone. They won't change their ways. They're firm in what they believe, and it's nothing wrong with that. Those people, 9 times out of 10, are very strong. A lot of us get mad, we get frustrated, like, oh, if you love me, you'll change yourself, this and that. But at the end of the day, I think every human being's goal is to be loved regardless at the end of the day. Everyone wants that one person that says, baby, you don't clean up so much, but I still love you. You know what I'm saying? Or, honey, sometimes you're lacking on the attention that you give me, but I wouldn't want that attention from anyone else but you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just ways to go about things. But as long as you know your worth, I'm trying to tell you, like, things will get so much easier. Once you realize and stop praising the person that you're trying to be with so much. And that's the thing, like, so many people will say, well, I mean, they have da-da-da-da, or they're such and such, so I'm gonna just let it go. Like, no, don't be that person. Be the person that realizes, like, yeah, this person has money, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I deserve to be treated well, whether a person is wealthy or not, whether a person can do for me or not. Either way, I want to be treated the same, regardless of the fact. Realizing your worth will help you when it comes to feeling like everything is your fault. And sometimes in relationships, sometimes in friendships, you do not agree. But at the end of the day, you're not going to go along throughout your life dragging, saying, it was my fault, I should never did this, I should never did that. No, I tried my best. I tried to comfort. I made a mistake doing XYZ, but I'm not a horrible person. We have to realize that we're not fucked up people. We're just people who make fucked up decisions, who make fucked up mistakes. That does not define your character. If the things that people did in life define their character, some of the greatest people would have been counted out. They would have never made it to where they are or where they made it in our history books. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be held accountable, but what I'm saying is that some things should be forgiven, and some things are not even just to be forgiven. It's just their outlook on things. Your outlook on things and someone else's outlook on things will never be 100% compatible. I promise you, you guys. Like, I'm not old as hell, so I haven't dated a lot of people or nothing like that. But just from my experience, there's always going to be one thing that you don't agree with that person, even if you feel like y'all are the perfect match. And when it comes down to that one thing, are you going to let that one thing define the type of person you are, or the type of character you have, or the type of decisions you make, or the type of love that you give to that person? No. You're just going to realize that, okay, this is how they feel. That's how I feel. Boom. That's the end of conversation. But yeah, so realize your worth. Be sturdy with yourself. Know who the fuck you are. A lot of times we get with these people and we forget that we are that bitch or that nigga. And don't ever forget, okay? Fuck that. Don't ever forget. Don't let it go over your head, if you know what I mean. But yeah, y'all just keep that high ego when it comes to believing in yourself. Not thinking that you're better than someone or that you know what I'm saying, your shit don't stink. But just believe in your worth. Okay, so number 2 is going to be forgiveness. Forgiveness is a big part of self-love. It's a big part of moving on. It's a big part of life. Now, if you can't forgive yourself for mistakes that you have made or things that you have said or things that you have did, you're not going to be able to forgive anybody else, nor can you expect someone else to forgive you. You have to start with yourself. You have to start with forgiving those who have did you wrong. You cannot drag on situations. You cannot drag on altercations and arguments. Let it die. Those people who have hurt you in your life, yes, you may be angry. Yes, you may feel like you didn't deserve it. Yes, you may feel like you want the worst thing for them, but that's not the best thing for you. The best thing for you is to say, damn, they did me wrong, but you know what? Every human makes mistakes. That was their mistake. It just so happened that I had to be the person to deal with the consequences of their mistakes. But you know what? I know my worth and I know that there's something out there for me. So I'm not going to let this situation determine my future. I'm not going to take my bitterness and carry it over to the next relationship and the next relationship and the next relationship. If I did that, baby, I would never date, okay? People would be like, damn, bitch, will you ever get over the shit? Like, that's how people feel. Y'all don't understand. Like, it's kind of overwhelming when you're trying your hardest to do something and to show somebody something new or just to prove your love or your affection for someone, and all they can do every day is talk about what used to be or what used to happen or how people... It's annoying because it feels like you're ignoring their effort to let you see and experience something different. Forgive. Once you forgive, it's a lot of weights lifted off of your shoulders. Never forget what people have done. You can always keep that note in the back of your head so that when further opportunities come up or when people try to come back in your life, you know where to draw that line. But you must forgive, okay? Forgiveness is a huge key, I promise you. Forgive your parents, forgive your sisters and brothers, forgive all of those people that you feel have done you wrong, because at this point you know that you're blessed by whomever you praise, and you know that those situations are just going to bring you strength, are just going to bring you experience, it's just going to bring you courage. Don't let those things be your downfall. Let them be your uplift. Number three is self-responsibility and owning up. Once you take self-responsibility in any situation, in relationships, anything, you can see things a little more clear and you can kind of understand things coming from the other party. Now, if you spend your whole time dragging a relationship you had with someone or a friendship you had with someone, and you're always talking about everything they did to you wrong, everything everybody's done to you, and you can't believe what's happened and blah, 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 and you never once sit back and analyze what you've put out, that means that you're selfish and you're not ready for someone that's going to love you the right way, because at the end of the day, you're still going to do what you're doing wrong. And that's just going to fuck everything up. That's going to fuck every opportunity up that you have coming your way. And it's going to make things very, very awkward. So start off with what I did with one of my exes was, when I felt, like I was just so angry and all this and that, I just took a list. I wrote a list, and I basically wrote a list of the things that I had an issue with. And as I wrote the list, I went back to each thing and kind of put myself in their shoes. Like, why do you think this issue exists? And I had to realize one of my things was I felt like someone that I was with really didn't allow me to like support them as much, or didn't allow me to be a part of like their brand and their situations and stuff like that. And I thought about it, and even though it was something so small, I was like, well, there was a time where this person had asked me to do a small task, and I took my time doing the task. And it wasn't intentionally, it wasn't out of anger, it wasn't out of spite, it was just, that's just how it happened. And even though they never said anything about it, even though they never caught an attitude or nothing, sometimes for people it only takes one thing, one time, and then they'll never ask you again. I'm that type of person. So, like I said, when that light went off in my head, I was like, damn, so I can't really be mad about this. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you had a chance to be a part and you didn't get the job done. So why are you complaining now? It's just like being honest with yourself just really like clears up a lot of things. And I'm not saying that you should put everything on yourself or give the blame or everything that you do on yourself. But sometimes just being honest really gives you a clear view of what's going on. And if you do want to keep that situation now, you know what you need to do to change it. So when you're making requests, you can also give out something. And that's the thing, a lot of people make requests. Oh, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, and they're not giving out nada. So once you take that self-responsibility, once you start figuring out, okay, you know, I might have a problem with this person's attitude, but what's my attitude on a scale from 1 to 10? I'm an 8. I get moody sometimes, you know, yeah, I do yell. You got to realize, okay, boom, I don't like how they talk to me, but maybe they don't like how I talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything has to be 50-50. You can't be a beggar and not a giver. Like, it doesn't work in friendships or relationships. Always analyze the situation before you point a finger, please. And the best thing to do is to give ownership. Hello, love. You know, yeah, we had an argument yesterday about X, Y, and Z. I was upset when you did X, Y, and Z, but I did realize that during the argument, I also did X, Y, and Z, which didn't make the situation any better or didn't give an example of how I want to be treated. So let me apologize for that before I request that you now change the way that you talk to me. Boom. That's if you care. If you don't care, be an asshole. Point the finger at the other person if that makes you feel better. But I'm telling you guys, later on, you think about these things, you regret these things, and that's not going to help you when you're trying to love yourself and the person that you are. Because now you feel guilty and you feel like everything is your fault. No. If you're giving out the same and you're doing your part and they not doing it, I'm trying to tell you, then you're going to see, then you can be like, okay, cool, it's really not me. But you can't say that until you get up and actually put that effort forward. So in my situation, you know, I felt the way, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to be, you know, that person. I'm just going to continue to play the nice card. I played the nice card, and just see if things turn around. Even though it was hurting my heart, because I'm the one in the position feeling like, damn, I need to be apologized to. I'm still like, no, I'm gonna just still do the same thing. I'm gonna have the same routine. I'm gonna text the same way every day. You know what I'm saying? As long as I know I did my best, I'm still satisfied at the end of the day. I left that situation, I promise you guys, like, I wasn't hurt. I didn't have as much like pain in me as before. Like, it was just so liberating just to know that I was the best person I can be, and that I analyzed my problems first, and that I turned around and the promises I did make, I made them happen, no matter if in disagreement or agreement. I did what I had to do. I owned up to my purpose, to my promises, to my mistakes, and that made me a better person. Okay, so number 4 is going to be understanding differences and others' opinions. And this is a big one. So many people get into arguments because they don't agree. Not agreeing is a very common thing. I just want you guys to know that. You may like blue, your friend like pink. Am I going to hate you because you like the opposite color? No. okay, I know when I come around you, if I love you that much, I'ma just wear blue for you, homie. You get what I'm saying? You come around me, you love me that much, I'ma just wear pink for you, son. But on a regular day, you won't catch me in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of vibes people need to have. Like, people want to argue so much, or they have an argument they want to discuss, and it's like, granted, we can discuss, but if you feel how you feel and I feel how I feel, it's never going to become a mutual feeling, because we're entitled to our own opinions. So the discussion, in my opinion, is kind of what makes it worse. I'm not saying don't talk to your partner or your friends about stuff, but it's like, if you already said the sky is blue and I said it's brown, and we argued about that for 20 minutes, us talking about it the next day is not going to make you think the sky's blue, or not make me think the sky's blue and you think the sky's brown. No, we're still going to think what we thought yesterday. Like, that's just what the fuck it is, even though stuff like that can be scientifically proven. But that's just an example of what I'm saying. Like, some people feel like pulling the chair out for a lady is a big deal. Somebody else may feel like it's not a big deal. Am I gonna cut you off because you don't pull the chair out? No, I'm not gonna cut you off. I'm gonna tell you that I don't like it though, you know what I'm saying? Or that I like it. And just know, okay, when I'm with you, this is what I gotta do. Like, I don't know. I just feel like stuff be so more simple than people be trying to make it. Like, they just wanna argue. It's not giving it. Like, if I feel like, okay, or one thing, you might feel like something is more serious than I do. Say if we at a club and somebody step on your shoe. You like, oh, I want to fight this bitch. I can't believe this bitch stepped on my motherfucking shoe. And I'm like, yo, sis, chill. Like, it's not that serious. You might say, yes, it is, bitch. This not your shoe. Okay. Am I going to continue to go back and forth with you about your shoe? No. That's your opinion. That's mine. I may not think it's that serious, but I'm not the one whose shoe got stepped on. You may think it's that serious. Okay, cool, sis. I'm not going to argue with you no more about that. I've literally seen people get into fights about the smallest things because they disagree. That's okay. As long as you respect each other's opinions and you respect each other's requests, I don't feel like there should be an argument about anything. Understand that people can feel how they want to feel. Like, for instance, I had someone that I was in a relationship before that when one of my family members died, I was crying, I was distraught, I was so sad, like I was extra with the shit. She felt like it's life, things happen, then it's snap. I felt like I wanted to be dramatic. That was my fucking cousin, you know what I'm saying? And some people would get into an argument about that, be beefing with the person that they're with, like, oh, you wasn't fucking with me when my peoples died, you wasn't comforting me, And I'm not gonna lie, I felt like that at some point. But me analyzing and realizing that people handle situations differently. Some people handle death and things like that by saying things of that sort, or by trying to make it a worldly thing, or like just an everyday thing. Some people work through it by not saying anything at all. Am I going to get mad at you and say, oh, I don't want to be with you because you didn't cry with me when my cousin died and No, because that's how you react to things. All I want you to do is support me when I'm reacting, no matter if we react the same or not. Just like if you was in the house and you wanted to motherfucking throw bottles around the house. Am I going to throw bottles with you? No. Am I going to try to calm you down and comfort you? Yes. Am I going to go on you until you get the fuck out because you going crazy because you lost a family member? No. Why? Because I have to be understanding of people's differences. You get what I'm saying? If you're doing something to harm me or something like that, if it's kids in the house, you know what I'm saying, it's different. My analogies be kind of crazy also. Excuse me, but I'm just saying, like, y'all get the picture. You cannot be mad at people because they're different, okay? Embrace their differences. Support them on how they feel. Do you have to feel that way? No, you do not. That's just like it's people, you know what I'm saying, who have friends who don't like other races or who don't like to do certain things. Do you have to feel how they feel? No. Can you understand where they're coming from based off of things that they experience? Maybe. That will help people a little better. That will help you to understand people a little better. Help you understand why people do the things that they do. And at the end of the day, if you're willing to accept somebody that thinks different than you or has a different opinion than you, that means that you really love them. Number 5 is identifying your flaws and embracing them. So when I say identifying your flaws and embracing it, I'm getting so tongue-tied. So when I say identify your flaws and embracing them, I mean, if you have 3 inches of extra fat, sis, embrace your extra fat. If you got a big nose, or if you feel like you got extra acne, or whatever the case may be, embrace your shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, y'all can't expect people to love you if you don't love yourself. You can't expect somebody to love your extra inches of fat if you don't love your extra inches of fat. You can't expect somebody to be confident for you. You can't expect for a person to love your bald head if you don't flaunt and love your bald head already. You can't expect somebody to love your feet if you sit there and talk about how ugly your feet is every day. Now I'm looking to the side like, wait, let me look at them dogs. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to love yourself, period. You have to love your flaws. You can't expect somebody to deal with and love your attitude if you don't love your own attitude, okay? You cannot expect someone to deal with your awkward ways if you don't embrace and deal with your own awkward ways. You are the leader. People follow after what you do. If you're on the internet bashing yourself, talking about how you hate your body and this and that, people are going to follow. If you're on the internet praising yourself, calling yourself a queen, expressing how much you love yourself, people are going to give you the same love. Now, I have no problem with anybody that gets anything done to themselves or alter themselves in any type of way. But I just want to say that if you're not okay with what you have, no one else will be okay with what you have. Okay? If people feel like you're willing to alter things because they said so, you're going to be altering things for the rest of your life, because people are going to always just say, oh, well, let me say this. Maybe she'll do this, or let me do this. Like, do what you want to do because you want to do it. And just love yourself. Like, I don't know. Y'all got to do better with loving yourself. Like, it's a big thing. Like, I'm just telling y'all, like, it's a huge thing. Once you love on yourself so hard that you feel like you're the baddest bitch in the room, you're the smartest. And I'm not saying, this is the thing, all of these things are mental. I'm not saying go out here and, you know, shut every fucking party down, you know, act like you that bitch, have this nasty attitude, act like your shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying on the inside, you can be the smallest person in the room, but on the inside, you need to feel like the biggest person in the room, the most powerful person in the room. Just love your flaws, embrace them, so that when you meet that person and they say, oh, you got a little mustache, you say, yeah, I know. Don't it look good? And they gonna say, you know what? That shit do look good on you. When you had that extra 2 inches of fat and you be like, damn, I could lose a little bit weight, but don't this weight look good in these pants? Your nigga gonna say, damn, you right, babe. I never thought about that. That shit actually adds to your shape. I'm just making up shit, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, y'all gotta give people the ammunition they need to be positive around you, to uplift you. If you're down on yourself, they just gonna add on, and I don't know, it's just gonna be a sad life. Like, I love when I see plus size women or extra skinny women, and they're just flaunting their beauty, and they find outfits that complement their weight and their size, and they are walking through like they're fucking superstars. Those are the type of people I like to be around. Like, we don't let people dictate our happiness or what we feel like is a trend. We create the trend. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna talk about for today is going to be enjoying your own company. And I'm just gonna simply say, once you learn to enjoy your own company, you will highly appreciate the company of others. You won't feel like the company of others are, what's the word I'm looking for? Are required. There you go. So more like, if a person come to see you when they get off work, you're gonna be happy, like, wow, after your long day at work, you came to see me, like you took your time out to drive over here to see me and make sure I was okay. I really appreciate that. Versus, oh, when you get the fuck off work, why the fuck don't you come see? Like, this shit don't make no motherfucking sense. Whoa, it's that type of stuff drives people away. When you're used to being by yourself, when you grasp the concept of enjoying your own company, if somebody call and you don't like them, you answering the phone. What's up, baby? Can I come see you? Oh, no, thank you, darling. I'm busy. Now you feel like that bitch. Versus a motherfucker ain't called you in 2 weeks. You been in the house. Oh my God, I'm bored. Nobody loves me. I don't got no nigga. Everybody out having fun. Ring. Phone rings. What's up, baby? What you been up to? Oh, nothing, in the house. Bored as shit. Oh, all right, yeah, I've been busy, but you trying to come over tonight? I'm just like horny. Yeah, I'm gonna come. What time you want me to come? Now you geeked up because you like, damn, this motherfucker never called. I gotta go over. Like, no, sis, you don't gotta do shit. You don't gotta get up and jump for nobody. You don't have to get up, baby. You can nicely shoot them motherfuckers off and let them know, baby, I don't need your company. Oh, you said dinner? I already went to Ruth Chris yesterday on me, period. The fuck? Like, y'all gotta really realize that y'all don't need people to go out to eat. Because first of all, I don't even like people all in my face while I'm eating anyway. You don't need people to go to the movies. I like to get high and go enjoy my movie and laugh and say what the fuck I want to say in the movie theater by myself. Like, it's so many things that you can do on your own or with your friends. Get you some friends. You don't need no nigga. You don't need no bitch, okay? Now, if you happen to have the luxury of having company of different people, then so be it. Do your thing. But once you learn to enjoy your own company, niggas won't get your time of day. I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's going to be so hard to reach you. A motherfucker gonna start sending flowers, shoes, all types of shit to your house. They gonna think you fucked around and moved to a new country, okay? And it's given that. I've moved on. That's what I did. Period, sis. But no, so basically, I just wanted to get that message to y'all. I just wanted to tell y'all a few things. Like I said before, I don't write these things out. I just chat, so I've been all over the place. But that's how you know it's real conversation, just like you talking to your friend in the house. But love yourselves, ladies. Love yourselves. Give yourselves recognition, okay? Learn to enjoy your own company. I would like to hear feedback from you guys that watch this video. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you want more? And I just want to thank you guys for watching my YouTube. Thank you guys for subscribing. And love yourself. Please and thank you.